Alrighty, how's it going everyone? Texas Me on here, back with another video. Happy Halloween 2025 to you all. Yeah, I finally was able to get this review out before the Halloween season ended. So of course we're going to be talking positives and negatives, talking about Shelby Oaks. This is a brand new horror movie from Chris Stuckman, the YouTuber. And I just want to say off the bat, I encourage you guys, check it out if you guys have a chance to before it leaves the theaters. This movie technically has been out in theaters for a long time, but it didn't get released in my local theater until just a few days ago. And just with Halloween season and whatnot, I've been extremely busy, but I wanted to make sure I got this out to you guys as soon as humanly possible. And I got a chance to watch it. And it was a toss-up between me watching this and the new Frankenstein movie that is going to be dropping on Netflix, I think today. So, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to watch that. I might watch it in the future, but I figured, hey, I'd rather watch something that I haven't seen and I really don't know anything about rather than watching the 900th version of Frankenstein. And, no matter how good it is, I still know the story because I read the book. So, there's that. The film is rated R for violence. There is also a suicide at the beginning of the film, and there's a lot of creepy imagery. I want to let you guys know that, yes, I know this film was written and directed by Chris Stuckman, a YouTuber, but I'm going to be reviewing this movie not really caring about that fact because I honestly don't watch much of his channel. There's just things that he has... There's certain things that he likes and certain things that he doesn't like, and I just don't agree with him on certain things. And that's perfectly fine. I just want to let you guys know I'm going to be reviewing this as it being a horror movie, not a, hey, this YouTuber made a movie, let's watch it and give it a 10 out of 10. Okay, I'm not going to be one of those people. I'm going to be one of those people that is going to talk about the film in positive and negative light. I'm not going to be like, oh, this movie's amazing, and I'm not also going to be a hater on this film, okay? There's certain things I liked, there's certain things I didn't. It's not a masterpiece, but it's not as awful as I think a lot of people are making it out to be. I know there's a lot of people like, oh, this movie's like a 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10. And then there's other people that are giving it 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. And I'm just like, have you seen a movie before watching this? Because this is not a masterpiece. Like, for me, a 10 out of 10 is like, the original Cinderella from Walt Disney from 1950. Or The Sound of Music. This is not it. Okay, this is not a 10 out of 10. That being said, though, this is a truly disturbing and spooky movie. If you're looking for something that is truly unsettling, you're going to like this film. Unlike it, Welcome to Derry, which is just horrific. Watch my video about that. I think the biggest problem I have with the film is it kind of lacks originality. Like, if you've seen any horror movie, you've seen this film before. And that's my biggest problem. Is that it's a bunch of horror concepts that you've seen done a million times before, smashed into one, and it works well. It's just, you've seen everything. It's very familiar in terms of horror. Now, I was on the edge of my seat while watching the whole film the whole time. And the theater that I saw it in, it was like, it only had 50 seats. But it was packed. And it was silent. It was, there's like the first 5 minutes is like this found footage kind of thing. And then the found footage thing kind of starts kicking into gear into a horror genre thing. And once the horror element, the atmospheric horror started creeping in, and then the mystery starts happening, and then the Scooby-Doo clue things. Once the movie starts to go, after the first 5 minutes of setting everything up is done and over with, once it starts going, it doesn't really stop. And once the movie started being a horror movie, instead of just a found footage drama, my theater was silent. It's really rare for me to go to a movie theater, watch a movie, and the crowd is quiet. Nobody's on their phone. There's no people having sex in the row behind me. There's no kissing. There's nobody munching on popcorns and snacks. There's not a loud slurping sound going on for somebody's pop or slushy. No, this theater was quiet. And it was a 7:30 p.m. showtime. And it was a packed movie theater. It was just packed auditorium, and it was great. It was one of those experiences that I don't get often when I go to the movies. Now, like I said at the beginning, I love the found footage element at the start. And it is there is more found footage towards the middle and a little bit more towards the end. So if you don't like found footage like movies, you're going to hate this film. But it uses it, and it uses it sparingly, and it just helps elevate the film. Now, the whole movie is not like that. I'm just letting you guys know. There's like maybe 10, 15 minutes of this 2-hour movie with it. And so the film starts out using the found footage, and then turns into a sister using the clues from the found footage to try to find her missing sister. Then it turns into a creepy house film. Then it turns into a demonic ritual nightmare of cat and mouse. And then it turns into a demonic possession and murder. The film is just wild. There's a lot that happens. It's really well paced. You do have to pay attention. You have to listen and remember certain little details because they are important later on in the film. Now, there are some loud, irritating jump scares in the film, especially this loud wham when this trunk closes. And I'm just like, I hate when movies do jump scares. And it's funny because I think Chris Stuckman hates those too. But he has them, there's like 3 of them in this movie. And it's just like, why? Why are they in there? They're annoying. They're not spooky. They're annoying and irritating. Now, that being said, the film just, in general, it does focus on being creepy. It gets under your skin. It's unsettling. And I enjoyed that. Last couple things I want to talk about. There's things that happen and don't happen that drive me nuts. Like, at the beginning of the film, there's this guy who walks up to our main character. Can't remember her name. It's really not important. To me, at least. It's not a character movie, so I know. You're like, wait, don't you like character movies? Yeah, but that's not what this film is, so I'm not, like, bashing it because of that. It's supposed to be a spooky movie. Like, don't tell... If you've seen any horror movie, you never remember the name of any main character. If anything, you remember the name of the bad guy. Yeah. But there's just certain things that happen and don't happen. Like, there's this scene at the beginning where this guy, he walks up to the main character and he shoots himself in the head. And it's like 12 hours later, she's sitting on her sofa and she still has his blood all over her. I'm like, lady, get a shower. It's just dumb. Characters in this movie, they're kind of weird because sometimes they make really logical decisions and other times they're doing stupid stuff. I'm just like, don't go in there. Don't go in there. You're going to get injured. You're going to die. Something creepy is in there. And then other times they're like, hey, this is not cool. This sequence of events is creepy and I'm going to grab me a weapon. It's just like the consistency of logic for these characters is just all over the place. Like, either make the character stupid and dumb and let that be part of the horror thing, or make the characters intelligent and make it where when they do get injured or killed, it's because they're outsmarted by the bad guy. But you can't have both. It doesn't work. It's a clash. And that's what this film has, unfortunately. Last 2 things. The ending, it's fast. It ends very quick. I think the film would have benefited having another 10 to 15 minutes because we get to a climax and the film's over. And I'm just like, I wanted more. The film ends just really fast and almost abruptly, and I would have preferred some more closure and for the film to not be so, hey, if you want to know how the film actually ended, you have to go onto YouTube to figure it out. I hate when films do that. Overall, I enjoyed it enough, and I would recommend it if you guys have a chance to watch it. Don't know if it's going to get a physical release or it's just, straight out to theaters and that's that. No idea, but I would encourage you guys to check it out. So, with that, I'm going to give Shelby Oaks an 8 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys all later. Happy Halloween. Bye, guys.